Hello guys, this is Mike from Deathless Gaming, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing the TR's MR11 Gatekeeper.
Someday I'll let you apologize, and I'll accept your apology. I tell you just exactly what I see. I live my life like a guilty. Hey, I made out.
Alright, so what is the TR's MR11 Gatekeeper? Pretty much the new secondary gunner system for the Prowler. Let's go quickly through some stats, and then we'll get into how to use it. So the cert cost is 550. The fire rate is 160 RPM, and the damage is 170. The reload speed is 1.75 seconds, which I find a little bit punishing in some situations. And it has an indirect damage, which is pretty nice for a secondary weapon, of 75 at 0.6 meters of impact and 25 at 3 meters of impact. So that's some pretty good splash damage for a secondary weapon. It's meant for long range in the description written by the devs, and it has a mag size of 30 shots and an ammo pool of 300, both of which can be upgraded by various extra cert attachments as well as optics. So, what does this mean? This means it's extremely effective at long range, but it also does a fair amount of damage at close range and medium range. It's basically, if you're having trouble picturing this, Fracture Max on top of a Prowler, which is pretty good since it's a modified version. So instead of just 2 cannons, you got 4, which is really effective. Alright, so let's get some thoughts on this. It just rips apart tanks. I mean, pretty much what it's built for. It's extremely effective. 2 tanks run into you and you got an AP in your main shot. This is going to be very effective, and they're going to have a bad day. With ESFs, as long as you only got like 2 or 3 on your tail, you should be able to kill them pretty easily and keep them from harassing you. It does deter ESFs a lot, I've noticed. ESF pilots do not like to get hit by these. And infantry, as you can see, it can kill infantry. Not as effectively as some weapons, but the fact that they can kill infantry, unlike the Halberd, when you can only kill 1 person, or the Marauder, where you're just killing infantry and can't deal tanks, it offers a pretty good middle-of-the-road damage. And it's surprising that it offers such a good splash damage on infantry. Alright, so some of my thoughts on this. It's pretty much middle-of-the-road on anything. And I put it not as OP, but just below probably the best weapon as of now for the Prowler. Why do I say that? Well, it can be very effective when you're firing on tanks with it, just like the Halberd. It can be very effective against aircraft, and to just deter them away from killing your ass off. And it is very good at catching those guys who are about to C4 you, and trickles of infantry. It's not good at like pouring waves of infantry. When you get into that situation, you can get in trouble. Trickles of infantry, it is very good. Alright, so let's go over some tips. Use it long range. It's built for the Prowler, so long range is what the Prowler is built for, and this weapon pretty much lines up with that. So that is something that's like making angels pretty much sing in your head when you're using this weapon. Be aware, you're going to get punished with the reload speed. Be very conscious. 1.75 may not sound too horribly long or too horribly short, but in some situations you can get punished a lot with it. Also, be aware with the rate of fire. You're not going to instantly kill people, and the rate of fire is a little bit slower in my opinion. So just make sure you're using and you're not missing shots. So, like I said, my opinion is this is pretty much the best weapon for the Prowler, if used right. Strength in numbers will always make this probably OP. Especially if it's always situational, so think about it. If you're going against infantry and just farming them, then make sure you can use this. Just make sure you're equipped with heat, just in case the infantry overflows how many you can actually kill. And if you're going against tank, it will compensate if you're using heat, because it does so much damage. But you can always switch to AP, in which case this becomes extremely OP. So make sure you're using for the right situation. Overall, though, strength in numbers, this is going to crush. Lone Wolf, at range, it will crush. Pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like. This is Mike from Deathless Gaming, signing off.